Hi Flosstube, this is Veronica with Night Stitch, and today I have a stitchy update for you. Today is Thursday, May 1st, 2025, and it's a new month, and it happens to be my Flosstube filming day. So, a lot of things have changed as far as like with me starting Stitch Mania. I've had to rearrange a bunch of stuff, so I may be like thinking of what I'm gonna say during the Flosstube because it's like the structure of my video has changed slightly. So okay, so I'm gonna try to keep myself on track and try to, yeah. Anyway, I need to just stop talking and just start showing you things. I have some finishes. The finishes are on this Fall Foliage 28 count Opal Lugana by Fiberlicious. And I finished Christmas Advent Calendar Day 10, which is this little guy here, this cute little polar bear wearing a hat and a sweater. So he's 44 high by 25 wide. This is Doreen Jones Advent Calendar Day 10. And he has 1,110 stitches in him total. I started this on April 18th, 2025. I finished it on April 27th, 2025. And I put in 1,100 stitches. And now he's done. My second finish is this. This is day 11 of the same pattern, the Christmas Advent Calendar by Doreen Jones. It's also 44 high by 25 wide. This one had 925 stitches total. I started this on April 27th, 2025. I finished it on April 30th, 2025. And I put in 925 stitches. And with these two being done, I'm caught up again with my advent calendar thing that I was trying to do 2 a month. And because I did 3 this month, since I finished number 9 as well, that I showed you. Did I show you? Oh, I need to actually show you that. Hang on. Okay, so I had filmed a recap of everything I stitched in April yesterday, and that went up. So if you guys have seen that, then you will have seen this next FFO, which is Christmas Advent Calendar Day number 9, which I also finished in April. So this is 44 high by 25 wide. It has 849 stitches. I started it on March 13th, 2025, and I finished it on April 17th, 2025. And I made some changes in it. I used DMC 3761 up here instead of red, because I don't really like red and yellow next to each other. It's a thing that I have. I had a bad time in college, and those were my college colors, so I used Krynic in the Christmas tree instead of white. Or no, instead of red, so the little sparklies are like purple and silver because it's like a variegated Krynic, and then in the border there's some white, which is the Krynic 032, and the purple and white silvery Krynic is Krynic 1300. So those are the changes I made, and with these 3 being done, I have completed my advent calendar goal to stitch like 2 every month, but since I stitched 3 in April, I'm caught up now, so I am relieved. Alright, next I worked on Punch Today by Stitchspiration. This is from the Heroes and Villains edition of the Mr. X Stitch magazine. I'm doing this on Neverland by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count opal Lugana. And mine is red, white, and blue instead of pink and yellow and orange or something. So this is what mine looks like. The pattern is 129 high by 125 wide. It has 16,125 stitches total. I worked on it and I put 268 stitches in. So now it has 1,308 stitches, more than it had before, and it's at 8.11% more than it had before, and now it has 14,817 stitches left. And where I worked was here. Right here, and then I just parked these in the next block over because I had set a goal to finish the first 2 columns on page 2, so it was like this little blurb here and then this whole section. So this is Riolis. No, this is Paris. The designer is Riolis. And I've never said this, but the picture is created by Alina Melentieva. This is my temperature pattern for this week. So this is what I have now. This is 221 high by 165 wide. It has 36,465 stitches total. I worked on it on April 26th and April 30th, but I combined 2 of the days' temperatures. So on April 24th, the temperature was 51, but I stitched that on April 26th, because I felt like it. So that got 100 stitches. Then on April 30th, I took the temperature from April 25th and April 30th. So on April 25th, the temperature was 48, so that got 50 stitches. And April 30th, the temperature was 42, so that got 50 stitches. Because I wanted to put 200 stitches in, so I combined the temperatures from the 25th and the 30th, which were both even numbers for the last digit, which means they get 50 stitches each. So all in all, this got 200 stitches this past week. And so now it has 4,193 stitches. It's at 11.50%. and it has 32,272 stitches left, and this is the 14 count Ada that came with the kit. I don't know if I said that, but it's probably pretty obvious because it matches. Alright, this is Whipco for May, so I can show you my Whipco board that got updated. So we have number 5, which is Castle Homecoming Club, and number 19, which is Gryffindor Crest. Those were the calls for May. So this is Castle Homecoming Club. This is by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I'm doing it on Eucalyptus Showers by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this was the 2023 stitch along that I failed to keep up with. And my card of alpaca stuff fell out of the bag. And I think, what the heck? Okay. I can talk, really I can. I fell off at like clue 4, but I think I have clue 4 done now, which is the gap in the bridge and the grass and the water underneath the Loch Ness Monster and the frog prints. So yeah. So we'll be pulling prompts for my Whipco board in this video as well, so that I have a goal for this. Hang on, I'm gonna pick up the thing I dropped and show you, because why not? So this is alpaca. This is by Rainbow Gallery. It's a fuzzy thread. I think it's probably like Whisper. I used it for the wizard's beard or hair, one of the two. I think it was his hair, and I always say his beard. This Whipco is Gryffindor Crest. This is by Little Mojo. I found it on Lord Libiden's website, and it is a free pattern. It's called Epic Gryffindor Crest, because of course I had to pick the giant epic one, because that's how I stitch. This is on Storm Chaser by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this is what I have so far. I don't think I'm doing too bad on it, but I just need to put more stitches in. That seems like a pretty obvious statement. Oh well. You can laugh if that sounded silly, because duh. Next is In the Moment. This is a Dimensions kit, and the artist is Daphne Brissonette. And I'm using a different fabric called, if I can get the card out, Daydream by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count, no, 28 count Lugana. Because the kit was 14 count and I wanted to keep it 14 count, so there it is. I have started in the middle and I've gone up. And I have this. I'm using Dimensions, the Dimensions like colors, but DMC converted, because I accidentally, no, I did it on purpose. way back in the day. I was impulsive and I threw the floss away, which I shouldn't have, but I kept the pattern, thankfully, so I converted all of these to DMC, and I think it looks pretty good. So this pattern is 224 high by 112 wide. It has 25,088 stitches. I put in 232 stitches in April. Oh wait. I put in more. I didn't put in the newest one. Hang on. Where is in the moment on here? There. I put in 111 stitches since the last time I showed you this. That's what's more accurate. I actually just didn't put it in here in my spreadsheet. So it has 343 stitches now. And it's at 1.37% now. And it has 24,855 stitches left. No, 24,513 stitches left. I subtracted the wrong column when I was typing really fast trying to get that in there. So there's that. I didn't get to Portrait of Veronica or Christmas in the Kitchen this week, so I put those back in the whip shaker. So we'll see if I draw them this week. The last thing I worked on was Fall Sweet Fall. It's by the Calico Confectionery. And I don't think the pattern is available anymore because it was free. I think it was like a complimentary pattern that she gave to everything cross stitch. But they don't do free patterns anymore, sadly. So I'm doing it on Elpis by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this is what I have. I worked in the house. I added a block in the house. And then I did some of the roof. Okay. Alright, so this is 75 high by 86 wide. It has 6,450 stitches total. I put in 113 stitches, and so now it has 819 stitches in it. It's at 12.70% and it has 5,631 stitches left. I did a complete color conversion on this because I felt like it. And I think that it was like over-dyed Fancy Floss or something that was charted, and I was like not really like I have a lot of extra floss from like my stash, so I was like, this is a good pattern to use some of that, so I converted. I don't know, maybe I didn't use Fancy Floss and I just decided I wanted to use extra. It doesn't matter, but I'm just thinking out loud. Alright. This next thing is my fabric of the month from Fiberlicious. I'm in her 32 count even weave slash, did she put slash linen? No, maybe not. It's the even weave club. So I get Lugana. It's 32 count. This is like grayish pink. And it's called Willow Ash. Okay. Let's update my boards. So we've got this board. This is the Saving Shopping game by Siski Stitches, which is when you pretend to kit up a project with stitches. I worked on Paris this time, so let's see what I did. I did 200 stitches. Last time I had 54 skeins left to save for, which is 5,400 stitches, so gonna subtract 200 from 5,400, which leaves me with 5,200 left, which equals 52 skeins. And then this is the total, which will also go down by 200. So 7,600 left. Okay. That, and then whip go. Well, I have whips in here. I should have put the prompts in here. Whatever. Okay, next we're gonna pull whips because they're in here. Epic Storybook Princesses. Christmas in the kitchen. Which is good, it gets a second chance to work on it. His cross. Lighthouse. Laundry day. Okay, that's 5. So I will pause and put the Whip Go prompts in here, and then I'll come back. Gryffindor crest is gonna get $1,000 stitches. Castle Homecoming Club is going to get 5 days. So I'm going to work on Castle Homecoming Club for 5 random days in May. I need a pen, but I'm attached to my microphone. And I know if I like just push my chair back, the microphone is gonna fall and cause a disaster. All right, whip go. So, Gryffindor crest, 1,000 stitches. Castle Homecoming, 5 days. Okay, that's updated now. And the other thing I need to shake for is the temperature piece for the week. So I will put that in there and I'll come back. Patrick Bateman is the temperature chart for the week. Okay, I'm gonna go pull all of that stuff and then I'll come back. Christmas in the Kitchen. This is by Sue Hillis. I'm doing it on Summer Soiree by Fibrelicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this is what I have. This one is Epic Storybook Princesses. The printout is not accurate because I was running out of color ink, so there's no like pink streaks on the pattern. This is by Clouds Factory. This is my bed sheet project. That's how thick it is in the bag. This is Peacock by Fibrelicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This is that's what I have. This one is Lighthouse. This is by Jan Lynn. I'm using Pressed Petals by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lagana. Upside down. This one is the temperature chart. This is Patrick Bateman. This is by Cat's Cross Stitchery on Etsy. This is 25 count water sapphire. And the pattern was charted for 18 count, so because I'm doing it on 25, I wanted it to be smaller so that it would look more like a photograph. So I'm doing it 2/1 full cross. This one is Laundry Day. This is by Spruce Craft Co. And I'm using French Roast by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lagana. That's what I have. This is his cross. This is by Jan Lynn, and it's a kit. I need more coffee. I am using Under the Sea Fabrics Naiad. It's 32 count Lagana. And this is what I have. I've been doing some parking and working up in the border because I wanted to get to the top left. Okay, now is the Maynia portion of the video. So, welcome to Stitch Mania. I think I said it again in the Monopoly clip, but whatever, you'll get a welcome twice. So, depending on how early I can edit this, I may post this on Thursday instead of Friday. Just because it's May 1st and it's Mania, and I wanna get it started on Mania, but it's okay. If I don't, it's fine. If I do, surprise. Alright, so I'm going to insert the Monopoly clip here that I played. I did it first because I have to set my tripod up differently for the overhead view. And I didn't want to be switching back and forth after I'd already started filming face to face. So I'm going to insert that clip now. Welcome to my Star Wars Monopoly board. We are going to play Monopoly. This is also the introduction to Stitch Mania. So welcome, Flosstube. You're gonna see how this craziness gets all put together. So I have everybody's tokens behind Captain America here, but he's gonna go first, so he got a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is Mon Calamari. Okay, I wrote that down. So, next person to go is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Uh-oh, he got doubles. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Apparently he pissed off somebody, so he's going to jail immediately. Poor Obi-Wan. So, he's in jail. Okay, so when somebody lands in jail, that means I have to work on something that has backstitch on it. It doesn't matter what it is, but it must have backstitch. Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He got a Jedi card. Says your R2 unit breaks you out of jail. Get out of jail free. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to take him off the board so he doesn't fall down. And now we have Batman. So he got a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why did Obi-Wan go to jail but not Batman? Did I start it wrong? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. He's supposed to go to jail too. Because you go from go. You don't count go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go, me forgetting how to play Monopoly. Okay, well, I guess the Joker did something and Batman got sent to jail on a framing charge. So, yippee, I have to do 2 projects that have backstitch on them. Maybe Buzz will trade his jail card to somebody. Alright, well that was Monopoly. I forgot how to play and 2 people got sent to jail. So let's go see how that equates to my projects. Okay, so the Monopoly didn't go as I thought it would because 2 people got put in jail. So I was like, really? But you know, whatever. It just kind of threw off my whole thing where I wanted to start Maynia projects on like May 1st. I wanted to start something because it's Thursday. May 2nd, I want to start something because it was Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, I was going to take a break from starting something and continue again Monday through Friday, starting something new every day. However, because I tied it to Monopoly, I think it just, well, it made it more manic, which is the point of Mania. I wanted it to be crazy. So, surprise to me, here's what I'm going to do. So I wrote down the players, what they landed on. So Captain America went first. He landed on Mon Calamari, which is a property. So, according to my rules, which I've already changed one of them, but not this one, he landed on a property, so his whip number 3 gets stitched on. So, Captain America's whip is Figgy Pudjumper, which I will show you. Figgy Pudjumper is in the Just Cross Stitch Christmas 2024 issue. And it is this ornament, which I am going to finish like this because I think it's really cute. Okay, so that is Figgy Pudjumper. It's designed by Carolyn Selden of Haystack Stitching. It is 57 high by 76 wide on 18 count. Okay, that's all the... Oh, and it uses DMC, which I'll be using DMC, so... Give me a minute here while I figure out which bag is Captain America's. I had post-it notes, but I didn't put the post-it notes on the outside, of course. It's this one. So these fabrics are not going to be too exciting because I'm just going to use this 18 count Aida that I got from Hobby Lobby because the pattern calls for perforated paper and my Hobby Lobby didn't have it and I didn't feel like going to Michael's because I just didn't feel like it, so I just got Aida because Aida's stiff and it'll work just fine for perforated paper. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start Figgy Pudjumper on May 1st, which is today. And I'm going to just stitch and see how many stitches I can get for the day. So this first round, when I start something new, I'm going to just stitch as much as I can on it. And then after it becomes a whip, that's when I'll start doing like add 50 stitches. Because I didn't want to just put in 50 stitches for a new start because that would just... I can stitch more than that in a day, so that's what... one of the things I changed. Alright, so that was number 1. So, the second player that went was Obi-Wan. And he landed his happy ass in jail, probably because he pissed off the Empire. So, when I first said the rules of my Monopoly, I thought I would do backstitch on any Maynia piece if somebody landed in jail. However, I have changed that to work on any whip of mine with backstitch in it when someone goes to jail. So, that one's a free-for-all, so I'm not actually going to be starting anything for that one. So I'm just going to pick a random whip that has backstitch and work on it. So the next player to go is Buzz Lightyear. He landed on the Jedi card, because I don't have Community Chest and Chance. I have Jedi cards and Sith cards. So he landed on a card and he got a get out of jail free card, which is nice. So when somebody lands on a card, I have a card whip. So like number 2 is the card whip. So so Buzz Lightyear's whip is the Blackwork Kite. So ironically, none of the fabrics are exciting because they're all white. So this is the Blackwork Kite here. It's designed by Leslie Tier and it is 7 point, well, hang on. Oh, I didn't put the stitch count in here. And it's not listed, but it's gonna be 7 3/4 by 4 3/4 for the size of it. And I am doing it the same size, but I'm doing it on 28 count instead of 14 count. I may have to cut some of these fabrics apart because I put the fabric, this is the fabric, in Batman's bag because he also has a black work project. So this is just the regular white, your fat quarter, white Zweigart, because it has the orange selvage. Just your regular white 28 count Lugana is what I'm going to be doing it on. And that one I got from my LNS. So on May 5th, I will be doing the black work kite. So, the 4th player to go in my Monopoly was Batman, and he also landed his happy ass in jail. So, I guess the Joker framed him for something, and he got put in jail. So, that's the same thing. I'm just going to backstitch on any, well, work on any whip that has backstitch. Not necessarily do the backstitch, but, oh, actually, you know what? I could start the Christmas Advent calendars because those all have backstitch. So then I will be starting something. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Light bulb. I figured it out. I told you this Flosstube was going to be me just coming up with random crap because it's like I've never done this before. So I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Christmas Advent calendar thing because I need to do it anyway. So, okay, that worked out really well. Okay, so that was Monopoly. I'm putting a pause on new starts. I don't know if I said that already. Like pulling new starts from my shaker. I'm not doing that this month because of Maynia. I think that's all then for this episode of Crazy Me. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you everybody for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, and putting up with my nonsense. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.